Hello everybody and welcome back to our Borg Collective RimWorld series. My name is Obtar International and this is episode 5. Now the previous episode, what did we have? We got the external wall finished, we've moved all of our spike traps, a few harvests, trades, got attacked by some local wildlife who all currently reside in my freezer. So what we're going to do, we're just going to move on from the last episode. Now what I did was I finished recording and then watched it back immediately afterwards, and what I forgot to do, I'm just going to tie up some loose ends here. I wanted to increase, the priority of this stockpile to preferred and this one to preferred. I forgot to do that in the last episode, and hence they're putting ambrosia in this instead of putting it nice and neatly in the corner there. Also, another thing that I noticed that I did, or rather didn't do, was disallow sculptures from being in here, which is artwork. We're going to go with small sculptures so that they do just drop it on the floor. And also, another technique that I tend to use, instead of queuing up a load of art, I normally would just queue up the one piece of art, because then the game will tell you when they finish doing it. They'll drop it on the floor and then you can install it immediately. So I'm just going to change that to do that. And also this piece of art, which has already been constructed, is 55. It's not the best, so I'm going to put that in somebody's bedroom. Where? Oh no, you're shacking up with Bradley, aren't you? Of course. One last thing that I wanted to do before we kick things up a gear, speed wise, is to just chop the wood outside and inside. Now this should give us a nice stock pile of wood, or a surplus rather. And the main reason that I'm doing this actually is because of this tree up here in the corner, whereby this tree has grown right in front of this door. So as they're trying to pass through the door, the tree slows them down, and obviously that's not a good thing. The door opens slowly enough because it's only it's a sandstone door, so it opens fairly slowly. And the last thing we want, there's another one here, for example, in front of Santos's bedroom. So it just takes them longer to pass through the door. So in order to eliminate that and get a nice little surplus of wood, we'll just take down all of the trees in this area, and then we can move on, and hopefully that will keep us stocked for these wood-fired generators, because looking at this research, it's going to take us a while to get geothermal, unless in this episode we happen to down somebody who's good at research. And I think as well, going forward, that's the only additional person that I'm going to recruit, is anyone who can do, or who's really good at research with a passion for it as well. But in the meantime, we could probably kick things up a gear. Oh, okay, we'll start with the manhunter pack. We'll do it your way. Cassandra, who do we have? Rabbits. Okay, there are 7 of them. Now hopefully they're just going to come in through these traps, but for the meantime we're going to go and restrict everyone's home area and remove this home area up here so they don't go wandering. Just double check that that's done correctly. It has been fantastic. Ooh, one last thing that I've just thought of. I changed this woodcutter's bench to cut any stone from blocks. I don't actually want to do that, because the reason for this is the bulk of or pretty much our main building material is going to be slate. And again, the reason for that is so that it's basically because it's the blackest of the stones, and obviously a Borg cube is black. I know it's not the best material to build out of, but it will still work. Okay, so we're hoping that these rabbits sort of find their way into the base, like so. That's 1, that's 2, 3. Now they're quite nimble, so that's actually helped to get rid of those wooden spike traps. It's excellent. Thank you, rabbits. Thank you very much. And I believe that is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it is. Now some of these are because they're scarier. Some of these are already rotting. Now what we are going to be doing is taking the fresh ones and chopping them up, sticking them in our little freezer area here. And with the others, I'm going to just put a stockpile down here, just in the open, and this is going to be inclusive of anything not fresh, corpses, sorry, animal corpses that are not fresh, and also any tainted apparel. Good. And that way it will just sort of sit out here in the open and just rot over time. Because traders won't buy tainted apparel, apparently. I think they used to at some point, but not anymore. Samantha, would you do me the honours of getting... yeah, getting rid of that one. We'll just do that one for now. And then, once you've finished, la la la, done, if you wouldn't mind. Well, you might as well pull that back, and then do that. Let's go. Okay, back up to a normal speed. I wanted to take Santos off of this, didn't I? But I don't really have anyone who can cut. Yeah, I'll have to leave Santos on it for the time being. Which is fine. Carl, can you move this piece of wood for me, please? Yeah, just take it or whatever. And we're having a party. Lovely. That is not the best timing. Let me just double check one thing here, because what I would love to see is a psychopath somewhere, which I don't think we have. We do not. The reason for that, and the reason I'm keeping these human corpses in the freezer, is because I intend on chopping them up. Yeah, you heard. You heard me. I'm intending on chopping them up. But what you need in the first place, because everyone gets a huge debuff for butchering human-like corpses, is you need them to have something like a party or a wedding. Now, the fact that we've got 2 couples is great, because that means that eventually we're going to have a wedding. However, we need a psychopath to do it, because they don't get a debuff from butchering a human. That's a great sentence. But let's just get everyone to the party. Oh, where are they going for this party? They're going over here. Party in the garden. Nice. Means I probably need a party spot. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They'll just do it wherever. But this will make the kitchen dirty. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them to it. Until we actually have a proper rec room, there's no point. And as you can see, all of these people get a... where is it? A buff for attending a party. So, and that sort of lasts roughly the same amount of time as the butchered human-like debuff lasts for. So it sort of offsets it, basically. And yeah, it sort of helps you to do the things that we want to do. That has now died. And manhunter backs are good when you've got defences in place to deal with it. You can't do that, can you? Can I get somebody to haul all of this away? Sorry, Samantha, I know it's always you. But that is okay, because all you're doing is making us excess clothes, and as you can see, we've got a nice surplus of pants and t-shirts, which is good. And we've only got 2 more left to make, and we've got plenty of cloth, so I could probably, I mean, it's -2, so they're going to stop planting this anyway, nearly December-y as well, which is not the growing season. Anyway, have a rogue tortoise in our base, but he's okay. Santos, you are up awfully early. Are you a quick sleeper? You're not. Might have got some loving. Who knows? Now, how's this room in comparison? 34 mediocre, and this is awful 9 just from this piece of artwork. Massively helps. Going forward, how are we doing on these slate blocks? Oh yes, we've got quite a few of those. Now, I want to start prepping my actual base, so I'm going to slow the time down here for a second. And Carl, Troffin, now Buffy and Bradley have jobs. So in other words, what I'm looking at here is that once these guys finish on these trees, they'll start hauling stuff, because we've got quite a bit of hauling to do now. But I wanted to start prepping my actual base. Now, I've done some maths, and yes, it did take me a long time to do it. Now, I believe that this is the bit I did. Did I take a screenshot? I might have taken a photo of it on my phone. Hang on. Oh, I did. Fantastic. So I can kind of see where I need to start. Now, this might seem a bit silly to some of you, what I'm doing here with these random... Hold up. With these random sun lamps everywhere, but I promise you that it will all become clear eventually. I just want to double check that that is in the correct place. It is indeed. Yes, I believe so. Let me just 1, 2, 3. Just to that bit. No, in fact, it is not. I think it needs to be there. Okay. Sorry about that. It is very important to get this right. So I just need to concentrate for a second. I do apologise for that. There's 2. There is 3, and then that one I believe is 4. We can just get rid of these ones here. And that is, that's just the other side of the tree. Now, some of you might have already guessed what I'm looking to do here. That's annoying. That mud is in the way, but it's not a problem. Some of you might have already guessed what's going on here, and I hope you have. It will become clear eventually. But what I would like to do is, and I apologise for keeping this paused for the time being. I'm just going to put my finger on that. But as I said, I need to concentrate, and it'll be 5, and then from there it's going to be 5 as well. And that's 5 as well. Fantastic. Okay. I'm just going to do that piece of art so that she can carry on. This is going in the prim. You could probably make better art than that. So let's install that here. Buffy, do the honours and then uninstall that. Just going to queue up another one. Uninstall that for me. And then simply reinstall this in here, like so. Lovely. You can't haul, so that's fine. Now, I'll carry on with this. What's that wall there? That's fine. Okay. Now, carry on with this. And sort of half explain. This is not a defensive method of any kind. It is in fact going to be how our ship ends up looking. Now, is that in the right place? Let's have a look. Indeed it is. Good. This is going to be how our Borg cube ends up looking. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I'm trying to concentrate on getting this right. Of course, there's only 5s and 5s and 5s, so it's not actually that difficult to work out. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. key. We're just going to leave that there for the time being, just so that I have a point of reference. And we're going to let these guys pretty much tidy up the base area here. Samantha's now finished her pants, so she's going to begin doing the hauling. Lovely. Yeah, we're okay for that. Excellent. Yes, Samantha has already started hauling, which is good. Transport pod crash. Who have we got? Rush. You better be good at trigger happy, quick sleeper, fast walker. This is a good pawn. This is half my problem. I hate throwing people away. This is a good pawn. How old are you? 26, female as well. Not particularly damaged. I mean, I end up with loads of pawns, which is very annoying. Because like I said in the previous episode, it ends up giving you a bit of a problem later. Santos, go and get him. Just do it. No, not rescue, capture. I'm going to assimilate you, not pamper you. And if you could get these bits done, that would be great. Let's put Carl back up onto that as Samantha is back. He is immediately doing the spike traps. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, as I was saying, this is eventually going to be where we do our farming. As I said, it's going to be a big old base. And it's going to cover most of the map. And I'm hoping that some of you have already guessed what the sort of thing that I'm going for is here. But those of you who haven't, it will be well, I hope a nice surprise for you. But I shall just continue. If we start building these, it will just raise our wealth, which we don't want particularly. So that'll increase the size and skill of any raiders coming in. This bit's a little bit annoying because it's over mud, but it is fine. Yep. I'm not entirely sure what to do with that bit on the left there, but I will work it out at some point. This is just also something for me to, and as you can see, I'm making rooms here. I'm making rooms for sun lamps, and then we're going to have, obviously, the, what are they called? Hydroponic basins, that's the one. That's the plan. But we shall see. Did Santos patch you up? We haven't died yet, so I'd imagine he did. And prisoner, you're 19. I kind of do want to get you for more. I mean, you're trigger happy, quick sleeper, fast walker. Those are good traits as well. So yeah, we'll take him. Another thing I've noticed as well, to help with the size of raids, I'm not sure if this is true for the new update, but you can often get your people to go out onto caravans, and then the raids at your base are less because there's less people here. It's almost like a cheesy way of cheating, basically. But we have nothing to do outside of our base. I don't really want to load up the world tab yet because there's no need, just to sort of demonstrate a point. Excuse me, I forgot that there was this quests tab. Yeah, so we could probably go and get one of these, but I'd rather get cracking on this, to be perfectly honest with you. So let's let's do that. Now this is going to go that way, isn't it? Something just died. This is going to go like this, I believe. That makes that. completely pointless. Let me just keep this paused for 1 second and get this actually done. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have another one there. Just that way, that way. I will be able to do this instead. Just going to seal this bit off and get the holes in this bit instead. I really don't think I need 4. So we're trying to keep this at ambient temperature because the winter does set in. It gets to minus 10 or whatever, and obviously if there's a cold snap during that, any crops that we have in here will die. So the idea is to have 4 heaters and 4 coolers, but that is it's probably going to be way too many if I'm being honest. I might just seal these bits up. Do it that way. Then we can always come back and change things if need be. Yes, I'm going to do that. Okay, so we'll have the vents out the back, and in this case out the side. Not vents, sorry, the coolers out the back, and then we'll just have a couple of heaters inside. That'll work. That would definitely work. I think that will give us enough bits, enough heat and whatnot. And then that, and that need to go. That's okay. I think that's the sort of thing that we're looking at. Okay, so let's wall that up completely. Let's get rid of the middles and that one. This bit's slightly more difficult over here because of this bit here. Might want to start drying that out, but we have no moisture pumps at the moment, so don't worry about that. Yeah, we'll sort of work on that. I just wanted to get the framework up because we're now making these slate blocks, and we're going to be using slate blocks indefinitely, as I said at the top of the hour. Let's rearm those, not those. Gosh, no, I was incapable of. Got a... Are you serious? Can you just click on the... Wow. Alright. Let's put that in here for the time being. Do you. Before you do that, let's do that. Before you do that, let's do that. Lovely, and this is now an awful bedroom, but it is dirty. Carl, before you do that, just clean this for me so I can see how good the bedroom is. Lovely, 44, decent, that's good. Forgot to queue up another one of these. It's not started off as a fantastic episode particularly, but I was concentrating on the new building project. I can blag that as best I can. We're doing fairly well with regards to the hauling. Cleaning, why? Ah, it's because this is full. Right, okay. Let's start on this bit then. I'll have to zoom in so that it doesn't select the outsidey bits. To do that, and also, how much steel do we have over here? We've got 220, and they are 30, was it? 30, yes, so we got. That's going to change the stockpile, isn't it? So I want to cancel that and stop making these silly errors. It's fine, it's fine. They're actually cleaning, so yeah, I do want them to start on this, and I will get them to do this as well. Did we still have this with a no roof zone? We did. Excellent. Off we go then. What I can do, actually, is start walling these bits off. just so that they're no longer outdoors. That is the only reason. I'm going to whack a roof over that. It's going to be a cramped interior, but it's not always going to be there. More thrumbi. Enough. Okay, what have we got? Now we do eventually need granite blocks. What was that? Great. Oh, look at the state of this one. 207, dementia, cataracts in both eyes, hearing loss in both ears, and a bad back. Stay that one. Probably better off if I kill you guys. Okay. That was quick work. I'm also going to roof that bit. And I'm going to queue up the next phase, which is just going to be a giant stockpile up until the point of this farm. Just whack one of them in there, so that we can build a roof. Speaking of which, I'm just going to disallow that for the time being. Santos, what are you doing there? Why are you doing that? Oh, it's because they're still on this, isn't it? Santos, off you fuck, mate. Come on. Well, this episode could have certainly been a lot more organised. Kind of threw me off at the start with that construction project down the bottom. But it's okay. It's okay. The plan will come together. And I'm going to do this. As well, just to throw a little spanner in the works. Hopefully, you guys will see what I am intending. Later on. Yes, that is correct, I believe. Let me just double check that. So I don't want to make any mistakes here, because obviously mistakes now will just mean that we have to go back, or rather we have to backtrack later on in the series, and I don't really want that. You're actually healing, aren't you? Yes, that's disappointing. Ruined my traps for nothing. But you did manage to get rid of one of those wooden ones for me, so I can only thank you, Mr. Thrumbo, or Mrs. Thrumbo, whichever one it was. No, both Mrs. And how many more do we need? 1, 2, 3. That's fine. It's fine for the time being. Yeah, I did want to get a head start on that, but I might actually keep that one any. Was this for chunks? This was for chunks, wasn't it? Yes. It was indeed. I would like to go and take the rest of this crap down, so I'm just going to queue that up while we're waiting. Floors, remove the floors. There was another one somewhere, wasn't there? There's this little bit in here. Get rid of that. That. still flooring in there. That's why that was there, wasn't it? Let's not deconstruct that. Let's also remove that, remove that. And this is the big bit. Security furniture, any of them. But I do just want to disallow that and that from being deconstructed. I forgot about this bit up here. Just heard he is out here doing that already. So I'm just going to stop that before he comes and does those bits. Where is he? Oh, it's Buffy. Okay, that's fine. We've got a piece of steel here. I'm just going to go around and open up all of these, or rather allow all of these bits and bobs that we've left outside. There was another one here somewhere, wasn't there? So I already got that. Might have already got it. It was there somewhere. Who cares? Come out and wash. They're already disallowed. There's another structure up the top here. We'll have that. Let's get rid of all of that. And we can probably use some more steel at this rate. Potentially. Let's move this. Nah, it's fine where it is. No, actually I will move it. I'll move it up to the top here so that we can have more people playing it. Brados, if you wouldn't mind, mate. Can they actually use that from the opposite side? I don't know. Forgot to put... Oh, behave. But that's okay, because I needed to put a door in. So with that in mind, and we will now move the roof over that still. Now we can put the roof over. Okay. Just make that the same size either side. Not that it actually matters. Winter has begun. We have got all of those. 287. How many is it for a toque? It's 25, isn't it? 20. Excellent. No cloth. Sorry, only cloth. Take the best stockpile. How many do we want? 10? Yeah, we just did 10. That makes 200, and we've got how many? 287. There you go. So Samantha will get back onto that. Each person can have their own toque, just in case we hit a cold snap during this seasonal weather. There is 6 components out here just deteriorating from that ship chunk, so if you wouldn't mind, please, Carl. Excuse me. Just going to disallow these so that nothing untoward happens. Now this, I'm going to copy this, stick it all in here. Get rid of that. Rush is fully healed, good. Then we can just sort of expand this into here for now. Okay, it's coming along. Slowly but surely. I'm just going to whack some slate flooring down in here. because I always like to have the slate flooring underneath a geothermal generator. Don't ask me why, I just do. Makes no odds either way, however. I'm going to do that, that, and that, and that, that. 3, what is that? Quest available. A non-traditional trade. Nope. And then I'm going to put in some slate doors in preparation for when we it's not even 1,000. Ugh. So long. That's what happens when you don't start with a researcher. I've had so many playthroughs before where I haven't started with a researcher and the first person that I down is like a level 14 researcher, and I'm like, oh, that's good, that's useful. And then the one that I decided to record, of course, why would that be the case this time? So, oh, you're recording, are you? Oh, well, let's make it as difficult as possible for you. Just because. Do also want to roof this area here and this area here. Just because. I do not, however, want to roof that bit, and that was a piece of art which has been made. Oh, 110, that's good. We will uninstall that. We will install that here. Samantha, what are you doing? Making a 2. Where's Buffy then? Buffy, no, come with me. Oh, press 1 instead of 3. Oh, Carl, you're always in the way, mate. Lovely. This bedroom is not in use, but yeah, I'm just going round. One by one. Filling in the blanks, basically. Make you a little bit happier. In there. Rush, how are we looking here for you? 8.3. I did miss what it just popped up with, so anyway. This now cannot grow at bad temperature because it's only 5 degrees. Everyone's put on a toque except for Santos, but he's okay in that because he's got the Parker, which gives him down to minus 34. He's fine, absolutely fine. For slate 465. How much is it to do a room? Nope, not yet. Maybe this one, but it's not important. That's like one of those granite. These granite. I was going to say, why is there now more granite than slate? But it's because we've used some of the slate, of course. Yep. That's what I thought. So I'm just going to disallow these sewing wise until the spring has sprung. Those are dying off as well, which is mightily frustrating. Let's actually harvest that. Let's also do a blanket harvest of this and of this. You can't do anything. Not that, thank you. Just to get it all. Oh, you're eating that as well, that's fine. And afterwards you can haul the rest back. And as you're walking past this piece, pick it up as well. Thanks, Shem. Now you can haul that into there, thank you. Get all of this done and dusted, and then might grow a little bit more. I mean, it's -8, -9 outside, so I doubt it. How are we looking in the bedrooms? Cold. Rather cold. I'm going to change these. Build a couple more. Just so that nobody gets a debuff from it. Get rid of that now, I know where it is. Bogards of eggs. Okay. Samantha, if you would be so kind, I don't know what you were doing. But it doesn't matter. Wasn't any more there, wasn't it? Lovely, that's all finished. Oh, hang on. Let's just hold those open as we're not protecting anything in there yet, and the doors are going to get in the way and slow them down. And we can always close them if we're being raided. What are we saying for sandstone? No, because she keeps using them for the sculptures. 2. Okay. If we could, a low psychic drawing for females shouldn't be a problem. I've been wrong in the past. Buffy's probably most likely to succumb. Are you actually doing this because you can't haul? That's right, isn't it? Yeah. And now you're absolutely shattered, so I'm just going to go, nope, go to bed. Go get some sexy time with Santos, please. Just to give you that extra little buff. Yeah, you could do with doing that. And slowly moving everything over to here. And once we get a bit more of a surplus of 30, 60, 120, 180, we should actually, now that we've moved all of these bits, we should be able to put these in. And let's also queue up 2, 3, 4. Let's just do a load more beds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do a load more beds. And just see if we get any better ones, really. Did also want to move this over to here. Just going to rearrange some of this. Bradders, you can do that. Maybe not. Thank you. Carl, can you do this while we're in there? Cheers, geese. I'm actually not going to move. Yes, I am. If you could do that one for me first, and then do that one for me, and then build a copy of that. There. Now, where was that other urn? There should be a slate one here as well. It's a granite urn. Put that. Is there a slate? Oh no, it's there. Slate. So the only reason was because if we look at the artwork situation here, you got 4, 4, and where's the other one? And 4 for the steel urns, and then the slate urn gives you 5. That's the only reason I wanted the slate one in there, because it's a different room to a bedroom, and obviously we're doing the artwork for the bedrooms anyway. Oh, they have finished these. We've got a good, a good, a normal, a good, a good, a good, a good. Lovely. We will do that tomorrow. Well, this can be deconstructed. This one belongs to Carl, and the rest are occupado. Beastalks with Paul. No, thank you. I'd rather assimilate Paul. This bed, you can go in there. Oh, wrong button. Not to worry. Right. Cracking on, what we got? 45. Okay. It's been a fast-paced episode, this one, but not an awful lot's gotten done. I mean, we've finished off building these bits down here, and we have geared up this bit, but we need a lot of slate. Aurora, everyone's asleep. Yeah, well, a few of them saw it. It's not a lasting debuff though, sorry, it's not a lasting buff that they get from seeing the Aurora, it's only while they're in it, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Let's just move all of that out of there. Put this in here, please. Do we have 30? Yes. Wunderbar. Cheers, Sammy. Anybody want to do these beds? This one is a no, this one is a no, this one is a no, this one is also a no. Fantastic. That was good. Okay. Carl, can I get you to do these? Just like now, please. Just write that down to 1 so it does continue to play as we're putting in these good beds. Oh, Grizzly. You eaten anything? There was a wild boar I saw out of the corner of my eye. The good thing in the winter is because it's frozen, because it's -5 outside, it freezes the animals that fall, well, that get eaten or attacked or whatever. So you don't have to check as frequently, but in the summer they normally, yes, you're doing what you should be, that's good. They kind of don't need to haul the animals straight away in the winter. Yeah, most people already know that. But I am explaining for my friend. Not Santos, sorry, Carl was in that one. And then you've actually still got a good bed, which is absolutely fine. We could probably get rid of that one. Yes. This one was for Duffy and Samantha. Not Duffy, Bradley and Samantha. Yeah. No, Carl, if you wouldn't mind just finishing off what you're doing, that would be great. No time for that. That one was for Troffin. That's his name. I forgot he was even a member. That can go. Yeah, let's take a 30. Finish building that, and then you can do. Oh yeah, you might as well do this one first, and then that. Lovely. Come on. Lovely. Let's stick that in there. Well, you're coming all this way around, you might as well have hauled that with you, but you did not. Alas. Now, what are you doing? Playing chess, that's absolutely fine, mate. The rest of them are hauling. Yeah. I want to kind of get all of this crap indoors. 110, good. It's very good. It's going rather well with the art. Now the other two is Santos and Buffy. Yes. Now where is Buffy? She's gone to play chess. Nope. Come with me. Just going to queue up another one of those. Marriage is on. Santos and Buffy are going to be wed. Lovely. Still don't have a psychopath though for the damn for the human butchery, which is a little frustrating. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We've got quite a bit of wood here, so we might actually queue up some furniture to make these bedrooms a little bit, or even nicer. This can be from tomorrow though, so I'll put these in. Ready. Just a spare one. Ooh. Silver ore. Stay out there. I know where it is. It's not like it's going anywhere. And then just a couple of these. Ooh. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. And I also want a table and chairs in everybody's room. We're going to go for dining chairs rather, for the purposes of this. How many of this have we got? 406. I mean, I could start flooring this up. No, I really need Santos to start cracking on with the, because all you seem to be doing is granite. Massive pain in the arse. Anyway, visitors from the Klingon Empire. I have a few items to trade. Rush is almost recruited. That's fine. That's good, that's good. I don't want these as gather spots, so turn them off. This one can be. I could have just built it all over here and moved it, but whatever. They had nothing else to do, so it's fine. They're having another party. Oh, and they're doing it in the kitchen this time. Let's get Samantha to... Something just died in my traps. What was it? Another rabbit. That's alright. We shall be fed. How much blood is in here? Ah well. You said that you had some items. They left us a gift. 300 silver. Wow. Nice. Or is that... is that actually kind of insulting? Body mod a pyromaniac, trigger happy. Not a huge fan of pyromaniacs, but I've seen various other players online who immediately dismiss them. While I've got a wooden base, absolutely not. But later on, when we got everything built out of slate, why the hell not? Because some of the pyromaniacs that you find on this game are actually really good pawns, and it is a shame to waste them. I'm just going to harvest the rest of this and that berry bush. Let's continue. Slowly but surely moving forward. Everyone's asleep. Well, everyone aside from Trophim. Sensory mechanites. Let's slow that down for a second and find out who's got what. Rush, Buffy, Carl. Now, sensory mechanites are not the worst thing, because they actually improve your manipulation, your talking, your sight, your hearing, etc. But the purposes of this, I'm going to put... Who is it? I've forgotten already. Carl and Buffy. Buffy, Carl, and then Rush was the other one, wasn't it? Yes. So I'm just going to put them on anything. Carl, Buffy, on anything, just to get them through that. And Santos will come and tend them as and when is required. And again, I'm not going to keep them on bed rest. If they get tended, then they get tended. If not, meh. It makes them extra tired, so it will put their sleeping pattern way out of sync. So eventually they'll be in bed when Santos is not, and he'll come along and fix them up. Now we've got Rush has joined us finally, which is good. Let's put him in this bedroom up here, as it is free. Currently that no longer need. Well, I could just leave the light on. I'm sure we're going to have another prisoner come along at some point or another. Let's put you down to the back. Thank you. And you can handle. Excellent. Right, no need for Santos to waste his time. And I'm just going to take all of this off. What can we put you on? Obviously 4 for that. You're a miner. I'm going to have to queue up some mining here, because we've got a lot of people who are mining. Where is the weaponry? Yeah, you've got a crappy knife that you can have. That is all we have. It'd be better if you brought your own, but you know, obviously that wasn't the case. Okay, yes, I did need to do that as well. I kind of want to keep you on this because you have the sensory mechanics. Isn't he a really good shot? It was like 7 or something. No, 4. Psychic Sue for the ladies. And a Ferengi raid. Should have enough time to do that in this episode. Group of pirates. How many have we got? Do you have any decent weapons that we can nick? Yes, you certainly do. Randy Random. No. Yeah, he decided to leave RimWorld and join the Ferengis. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I'm also going to do my little trick. Well, it's not really a trick. You just keep them within the home zone so they don't mess around outside. So come on. Has this bear done anything? Yes. A whole guinea pig. Thanks for leaving me some there, buddy. But it's okay. Oh, good. Hopefully you'll come in this way, which they are. Dead, 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 dead. And Randy and Simpson. And that's the idea behind these steel spike traps here, everybody. As you can see, we didn't even need to lift a finger. We have one colonist idle, Buffy. It's because this is on. So we can now just unrestrict. I'm just going to disallow these spike traps for the time being while we clear up all of the rubble. Not rubble, all of the rubbish. And yeah, they've given us 2 machine pistols and 2 auto pistols. That's better than what we had, so can't really complain. And how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wicked. Yeah, crack on. That was the end of that raid. And like I said with the spike traps, because they do significantly more damage than the wooden spike traps, it's easier to kill people with the steel ones. And then, if you need to down them, you'd need to put in wooden, basically. I mean, that's not guaranteed either. Okay. Let us build another. I want, where are we? One of these. Do I want it there or there? Just thinking where to put this. Maybe put it here, because it takes up a lot of power, that. I mean, it's not immediate. We don't need it straight away. I'm just going to reinstall that because that one actually needs a dining chair. And it's already got a roof over it, so it's fine. There we go. We can now start rebuilding those steel traps. As I said, this is just a temporary solution. obviously as the raids get more powerful or mechanoids land in the middle of our zone, we will have to adapt. You are hauling a steel. Why are you just hauling? I think that's what I've got you on anyway, it's fine. Yes, because I haven't queued up any mining. I did say about that. But I kind of want them to get all of this done first. Before we go off mining, because we've still got things to take down here. Structures and whatnot. It's not a problem. Node of steel here, which is probably the easiest to access. Oh no, there's some here. Yeah, it might be the easiest one to actually get at. Because we will eventually need some more steel by the look of it. It's alright. How are you getting on? Oh, you still haven't even hit 1,000, man. It's taking a while. Got an eclipse. Doesn't really phase me, eclipses, because I don't have any solar power generation as of yet. But alas, we will have at some point. Let's build a copy of that there. Just get that up and running. 70 steel. I kind of want to keep a surplus here. If I want a surplus, let's go and get this. Is there any roof over that? No. Let's go and get all of that. And that will be my last action of the episode. So thank you all very much for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure to finally go up to a proper speed. The other two are getting married now. What is going on? Anyway, that is for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Otto International, and I will see you next time. Take care.